Before we start this video, I want to say I'm pretty negative in this video towards this show, and I'm not trying to go after anyone in particular. I just wanted to give my feelings on this show. We can have completely different opinions. All opinions are valid. I'm not trying to sway you in one way or another. I just wanted my feelings to be put out there in the world. So without further ado, let's start this video. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Soulbrick Studios. Today we're going to be talking about LEGO Master Builder. And to sum it up in one word, it's a reality TV show. Can that be it? Can that be my whole review? No, I actually need to watch it. Okay, let's start off here. We got a lot to talk about. Okay, let's talk about how cool the judges are. Now, the judges are probably my favorite part. I really like seeing Jamie and Amy in this. I knew a lot about Jamie, but I didn't know about Amy. I wish that we could have gotten more about who Amy was, because Jamie is a master builder known for the modulars and a lot of the creator expert sets. And I have so many of his sets, and I really like his sets. So it was really cool to see more of him in the limelight. But Amy, I don't really know about her, so I didn't really have a connection to her. And she was just kind of, put in the background. In fact, both of the judges were. They were both just shoved in the background, kind of forgotten about, and that's it. We never really got to hear more about the judges in general, and they were forgotten about. In reality TV show like the cooking shows like Iron Chef and Master Chef, the judges are in there and they give so many critiques about the plate. I wish we could have gotten a lot of the judges critiquing the builds here. I wish we could have gotten them talking about things they liked and didn't like. Mostly we just get 10 seconds per build for them to talk about. I wish we could have gotten more light added onto the judges, because I think that would have added so much to this show. I think it would have elevated it from a D show to a C- maybe. Let's talk about the contestants and how sucky they are. Now, I'm going to compare this to some food reality TV shows, because that's the closest thing that there is. So if we look at some food reality TV shows like Iron Chef and Master Chef, in that we mostly see people cry when something's not working, but we don't see it highlighted. In this show, we see it almost every episode. We're seeing this low point of this team that is almost failing, and they're crushed. Sometimes they get sent home and sometimes they don't, but we always see these teams cry, and we see people crying about how much LEGO means to them, and it's kind of bad. I didn't sign up to come watch a show about grown adults crying because of how much LEGO means to them. I know that's harsh, but that's the truth in my mind. More than that, so many contestants just say these dumb lines that feels like they're almost scripted, or they're just this reality TV show, and it's so bad. Sitting through 10 hours of this, it's just so bad. Like, people say, I feel like you don't understand LEGO. And it's like, holy crap. I didn't sign up to see these grown adults talk like this for 50 minutes in an episode. It's so annoying to hear them talk like they're 5-year-olds when you're in your 40s. Okay. One of my biggest problems with the show is Will Arnett, who hosts it. So Will Arnett is okay in my mind. I haven't really seen much of his work besides the LEGO movies, so I'm not going to comment on that. But his work in this show I will comment on. And it gets so old how 10 times in an episode, he makes bad jokes about how they're making reality TV here. And I don't want it. I don't want to sit here and watch that. I want him to host a show. In reality TV shows, one of the shows I will watch if I am surfing around is Master Chef, because there's Gordon Ramsay, who is a crappy person if you look at him, but he's a colorful personality and provides something interesting to watch. And that's because of his explosions or just how he's living his life. It's interesting to watch. Will Arnett is not interesting to watch. Unless you're a 5-year-old, hearing these bad jokes are not that interesting. And so, this show sucks. More than that, Will Arnett gets made fun of and then takes it seriously, but doesn't really take it seriously, and it gets so old. This show, with the biggest problem, is after you've watched one episode, you've seen them all. Each time the builds feel like they're the same thing over and over and over, just with a little different twists. But each episode feels so formulaic, and that is, they get their challenge. They start off great. The team's falling into something. People say some bad lines. People cry. We might get a guest in, possibly. Will Arnett says some bad jokes. Maybe they get an extra challenge. And then they get their picks. The judges say only good things about their builds. Maybe one small critique, but followed by praise. And then a team gets eliminated. All in all, this is just a reality TV show. And not a very good one. The jokes are bad. The challenges get repetitive quickly. This show is definitely 10 hours I am not getting back from watching it. In comparing it to other TV shows, it gets a D-. It's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as a lot of the other shows in my mind. So, it gets a D-. But that doesn't mean it's good. There's so many other shows and movies that are so much better that they're out there to watch. I would recommend not watching this. Now, if you're comparing it to reality TV shows, it gets a C. It's better than a lot of them, but way, way worse than a lot of them. It's kind of in that flying middle ground. But if we compare it to all the other shows that LEGO has made, like Ninjago and Chima and the Freemakers, this, in my mind, gets an A, because it is one that is slightly tolerable. LEGO, you fell on your face with this one. In my mind, it's pretty bad. But I'd like to know your opinions in the comments. I'm not trying to sway you one way or another. I just wanted to provide my thoughts on this. See you all in my next video. Ciao.